Yep. How y'all doing this fine evening? Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence podcast. Well, I might strike some nerves, man, but things need to be said. Salute y'all. Let's see if we got the building. The beautiful Love is the Word. My brother, Daniel Mitchell. Jared, what up? Rod Neal, Queen, salute. Nitty G in the building. Simon Bridgman. Tay Tay, my future ex-wife, salute. K-Rod, what up? How you feel? John Pounds, salute. Smash the like button. When I did my live this morning, totally got off base, but I think it needs to be said. And the more I thought about it, the more I think it's important to stress mental health in the Black community. Because, hold on. Shit, somebody just sent me a text. Sorry. Because some niggas are just crazy. I say that jokingly, but I mean it. What makes a joke funny is when there's some truth behind it or something that could be perceived in another manner. It's funny, but it's not. And although social media is a great thing, it's a great tool, it can also be damaging to people that don't know how to use it. They misuse it. And it gets deeper than that. Some of you guys may think that we're playing when we say that these people that stalk our channels and make troll accounts. Let me ask y'all a question. Troll accounts and people that show up to, for instance, like BFTB's channel daily. Some of the people that showed up there to get cursed out habitually, it'd be the same person. We know them. And I'm willing to bet that they didn't have a breakthrough. They had a loved one come through and had to stop them and say, "Yo, look, it was funny at first, but come on. All year long, you're getting on this guy's show. He's cursing you out, and you go back. What are you doing?" They've had to have interventions. I'm sure they didn't come to the PGH. What up, Shawa? Salute. I'm sure they didn't come to these epiphanies on their own. They was always on some. I'm sure a loved one had to step in and say, "Look, what are you doing?" My brother LeBron, good live a little while ago. That was damn good. Someone has to say, "Yo, what are you doing?" It's an intervention. The issue that I see with social media is you can hide here. You can hide here. No one will ever know what kind of real issues you have in life. And there could be somebody on here that you listen to habitually. Flawless mentality in the building. Salute. You listen to them habitually and they're about to get evicted. Or a loved one close to them just died. Oh, no doubt, LeBron, I appreciate you. A relative could have died. They could have lost a dog, a pet. You know what I'm saying? Their child could be going through something in school. They could be going through a divorce. You see why I say you shouldn't bother people online? You never know what they're doing. You never know what they're going through. You never know who you're talking to. I also said that there's people of all walks of life on social media. You never know who you're talking to. You can be talking to a Fed, a police officer, a judge, a brain surgeon, a lawyer. You could be talking to a good person or a very, very bad person. That's why I say it is it is pretty much at your own safety if you do content to stay on your purpose and just do your content. Don't entertain stuff when it gets too bizarre. That's what I'm saying. Trolls are bizarre. There's something wrong with them. Someone that always has to have the last word at whatever age they are. That's a character flaw. And you have to have a good eye for things like that. Because as I've gotten to know a lot of people on here, there's something wrong with a lot of these people on here. Dr. Mark is a solid brother. Stormy, Broken Traditions, LaRon, Queen. For the most part, love is a word. I haven't spoken to her personally, but we text back and forth. Ern Jordan, salute. Phenomenal Mexican. Shawa, she's been on the show. For the most part, you guys are normal, but there's a lot of people that are a few French fries sort of a happy meal. I was just talking about this morning about that guy, Antoine Richardson. I promise you, he was supporting for a long time. And then I said something that triggered him, and he went off on me. I have the text. I sent it to the general. I sent it to everybody. I said, time out. Because I asked people to stop harassing Blue Blood and get your facts straight, and I don't know what y'all mad at. This guy wrote a book straight up insulting me, and I'm not scared of you. You know, I was like, what is all this coming from? What is wrong with this dude? Then I realized, as Rod Neal, salute, as I read it, I said, oh my God, he's crazy. He's crazy. When I feel like it, I'll put up the text for y'all to read. You know what I'll do? I'll do a live for my members. Mike the Reaper, salute. And y'all can see it yourself. It was crazy. I said, is he joking? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? But then I realized, you know, he's crazy. There's a lot of people in here that got that. Now, he doesn't do content that I know of. I just stopped dealing with him, which is why I don't respond to every person that makes videos about me. I'm on my purpose, because once you get into a shouting match or you responding to people, when you really listen to them, you can tell, oh my God, they're crazy. They're really like out of their mind. These people need help. And I'm not a therapist. Go get help. And the reason why I'm relating it to YouTube is because we all deal with it to some form. And people can hide here, and you never know what they're going through. We've been attacked on several occasions by several different people, dozens of people, probably hundreds. I don't see everything. You can find someone talking about me on Twitter right now. I don't have a Twitter account. How does that happen? I have dozens of things I could be doing other than talking about someone or responding to someone that doesn't net me dividends. There was people who I thought were cool, and once I got the gist that they were mentally gone, I just stopped dealing with them. And I ain't got to say any names, but the show is about Black Americans in the mental health care system. Some of these people have jobs, and I'm sure they have therapists that they can get through their unions. I'm sure I have it. And I'm going to say something else. Main Boxing Biker, salute. Anna Cummins, salute. I'm going to say something else. It's okay to say that you're not okay. Being brave is going to get help. When Shelton, what up, brother? But you see, Mr. Shelton, you call them out on their nonsense and they get mad that you catch them. That's what that's about. And someone has to hide behind a camera like they do. They stand on it when they get caught, which is why when we find out who's been doing what, who's been, like the sensei says, if you get caught rolling in the mud with the rest of the pigs, you can't come in my clean house. Stay in the mud. Stay in the mud. And when you catch them, they get mad. Don't get mad. What makes you want to be in two places at one time? I don't understand. They're agents of chaos, and that's a whole nother topic. But what I'm talking about is Black Americans in the mental health care system. For the most part, a lot of us have access to therapy. I have it through my job. Because when you deal with the public, a lot of things could play on you. We're all human. We got parents. What do we know about our elders? They die. with with the kids. We know it's coming. We know it's coming. My parents are in their late 70s. It's coming. But are you really ever prepared for it? I can function on my own. I'm an adult. I'm doing it now. I've been doing it for years. But it's my mother and father. And I know it's coming. Don't know when. And I've had a couple of close calls, man. Where I'm like, oh my God. Well, I got to get up and do this live. Y'all don't know. Remember 2020? My older brother, he's a CO. He caught COVID at work with the prisoners. Prisoners dropping dead. In New York City, did y'all hear about what's going on up here? And how they were handling it? I thought my brother was gonna die. I still came in and did live streams. Y'all didn't know. Do you think I had time to entertain a troll talking about me who didn't even know me? Why would I entertain that? I got real shit going on. Why do I care about some dude with a fucking posting icon with no name, no real name on it, no picture, nothing? Yeah, LeRon, it was fucked up out here. And I had just had surgery. I'm limping around outside, getting my brother some Gatorade and some soup. And I had to drop it off by his door because I didn't want to get close to him. And I'm outside with the hammer on me because you know, at any time it's going down. People were starving out here. And I was in no shape to throw hands. Somebody was going to get plugged if it came down to it. Luckily, nothing happened. I had to drive my wife to work, then get up and go get it because I ain't went on public transportation. It was a nightmare out here. Slim Hussein, salute. So do you think for 2 seconds I have to deal with a troll that 8 times out of 10 has a mental problem? Do those people that call up BFTB show or whatever, that beam in, do they sound normal? Do they sound normal? They might start out sounding normal, but he triggers them, and then what happens? They start foaming at the mouth and spitting. Oh, if you a bitch, no, you a bitch. Does that sound like a normal person? Why would you, if you don't like anything someone says, if you don't like anything that someone says, you disagree with 99.999% of everything, what makes you want to beam in? Does BFTB seem like the type of person that you can change his mind? You better have some hard body karate facts. If not, you're dead. Still in all, if it's too vulgar, you can't take his approach. Why are you watching? There's people that watch him every day. You've tried to take that man down. You got in his personal life. You revealed some personal information, and all I did was see his channel grow. You should be waving the white flag and leaving that man alone at this point. Because when that happened, he had only about 3,000 subs. Have y'all seen him now? He's like 8,000 in now. He's gonna be like at 10,000 at the end of 2023. From the mud. And I'm like right behind him. From the mud. No tricks here. We're working. We don't have time to entertain the people, because a lot of it is black people. This show is about Black Americans in the mental care health system. A lot of these niggas make time to bother people. I just wanted to lay the groundwork for that. I've gone to therapy. Jeff, what up, bro? I've gone to therapy. Sometimes shit hits you and it's like, yo, you know what? Before I do something crazy to somebody out here, because when you work with the public, you're gonna get tried. I get tried every day. And you know what? You know what keeps me in my seat from getting out my seat and beating the shit out of somebody? Because I know I can. There's nobody that's gotten on my bus that can do me harm. Nobody. Talk your shit. I know if it comes down to it and you put me in a position where I gotta throw hands, you better be the one like Jet Li. Fat Boy Plays, salute. Mac of the South, salute. You better be Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, Goku, all that great shit. Sharkeisha, whoever you could think of. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need to summon all those powers. You still ain't gonna win. It's me or you. I choose me 100% of the time. And when I felt myself slipping, 2020 was a really bad year for the world. I lost 4 friends that I grew up with. One of which, before the COVID shit went down, I just saw the nigga. He has 3 daughters. I just saw him. I was like, yo, D, yo. He's like, yo, what up? I had surgery, went home, scrolling up my social media, and I saw his picture. I said, what is this? I made phone calls. I said, how the fuck? Yeah, main boxer biker. The difference is, if that was me throwing that uppercut, I'd be in jail because she'd have died. Y'all remember that? You going to jail now? Picasso, what up? Her head would have came off, dogs. Her head would have came off. And I'd be talking to you from behind bars. Whatever. That's a whole nother show because she was out of line. What are you doing? Put your hand. Forget about him being a public servant, but you're putting your hands on a grown man. What made you think that that was okay? You thought you could win that? That's a whole nother show, man. But whatever. I was going through some shit. I was like, yo, do I even want to? It just so happened I had surgery. And I spoke to some people. They said, yo, please don't rush back to work, man. Milk that shit. I said, yo, it's really that bad? They was like, yo, bro, you remember so-and-so and so-and-so and Mr. So-and-so? Yeah, they dead. What? One dude was my neighbor. We worked at the same depot. 4 months to retirement. He was about to retire. He did like 29 years. Just like that. Just like that. If you think, and that's another guy that I used to see on a regular. If you think that didn't play on me, you're crazy. You're crazy. I said, look, man, I don't know about this. I got in touch with the union. They was like, yo, they doing things. I said, yo, look, I had surgery. I can't get to no one. They said, get to some. You can't talk to nobody. You can't go to nobody. You got Zoom? I said, yeah. They said, yo, download Zoom. We're doing Zoom shit. We don't want to talk to nobody face to face. We don't know what's going on with this shit. By this time next year, half the planet might be gone. I'm dead serious. We didn't know what was going on. There's a troll in here right now talking about whatever. Y'all know what to do with that. Fuck out of here. God damn. But you see, you know, YouTube. I mean, come on, man. YouTube got to do a better job with this shit. Come on, man. Body bags all up and down New York. Hospitals. Tay-Tay's first response. So can you imagine she just going to work, normal day, and then the next week it's like, yo, shit got this real? She's in the middle of it. Salute to the doctors and the nurses. Pulling like double and triple shifts. Y'all made a lot of money, but goddamn. I know y'all were stressed. I know a lot of them had to go talk to a therapist. That shit was crazy. No doubt, LeRon. I try and leave it open here because I want people to, just come and join. And soon, when this channel grows how I want it to grow, soon, I'm going to have to close the borders like I do on my other channel. Yeah, Queen, I know. I got hypertension. My brother has hypertension. And I don't know if y'all remember. Yo, I had it. I had it right here when I did a live. You know what live it was? And I don't really remember, but it was when I had my purple hoodie on, my burgundy hoodie, and I wore the hoodie. I don't know how I was talking to y'all and the screen kept moving. I ended that live and went to work and drove the bus. I had a passenger coming through the back door, coming to the front and be like, yo, mister, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm just not feeling too well today. He's like, yeah, I'll pray for you. I was like, all right, thank you. Did I tell y'all this COVID story? Went home, right? Worked the whole day. I go home, take a shower, drank some soup. I didn't really have no appetite. My nose was stuffy, and I was like, but it wasn't running. And I'm like, Shauna, what up? And I'm like, hen dog, salute. Went to bed. Slept next to the wife and everything. I got up. I said, you know what? I'm still not feeling too well. Let me call out sick and go to the doctor. I'm just gonna go to urgent care. I took my gym bag, put it in the Jeep, went to urgent care. Sitting there, do. I go in there, there's like, all right, well, what's going on? I said, I think I had a little head cold, whatever, I called out of work today. You know how it is. You call out from work, you gotta get documentation. So I said, yeah, Growth, what up, brother? So I said, okay, yeah, I'm good. I think I feel better than yesterday, but my breathing is, I think I got a cold though, but because I work on the bus and whatever, and yeah. So she says, all right, you've been tested for COVID? I was like, yeah, like 3 weeks ago, but I don't think it's COVID. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sweat it out. When I leave here, I'm gonna go to the gym, because the gym and the urgent care was in walking distance. I said, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna jog about 2 miles and, hit 2 body parts and go home. She said, okay. So she came in there, swabbed me up and left. So I'm on the phone. Actually, you know what? I was listening to Supreme Beast. She comes back in the room with a nurse and gloves up to their neck. Like, where did you say you was going? I said, I'm going to the gym. She says, no, you're not. You're positive for COVID. I was like, huh? She's like, you're not going to the gym. You're going home and you're not going to touch shit on the way out. I was like, okay. Wrote it all down and shit. I went and sat in the vehicle and I'm like, I got COVID. I had to call Joseph, what up, bro? Had to call the union because now they got this thing where you can get paid while you're sitting at home. And back then it was 10 days you have to quarantine. And called the wife. I said, yo, could you take the baby, go get tested, man? I got COVID. Trill Will in the building, salute. I was like, man. Alexa be talking for no reason. I wasn't even talking to her. So I was like, well, damn. Then, I had to call this line and they was like, God, do you need us to put you in a hotel for the next 10 days? I said, fuck no, I'm going home. But here's why I'm bringing this up. I was really about to go to the gym. Once I made the appropriate phone calls, because they want to make sure you get paid and shit. Back when this shit first happened, they wasn't trying to pay you. If you ain't had no sick time, they wasn't paying you. It was crazy. But now they have this whole thing in place now. They're like, all right, well, you got to stay home for 10 days. You got to isolate yourself. We're going to call you every day to check on you. And they damn sure did. I ain't even going to hold you on that. So when I went home, wife said, well, where you want to stay? You want to stay in the living room? I said, no, I'm staying in the bedroom. Stay in the bedroom. She was bringing me food and stuff, and I've watched every B movie on Netflix that I could find. It was fucking hilarious, but I ain't gonna hold you. When I started getting tired, like sleepy, my chest was hurting and my hips were hurting. And then, I'm reading these things and you try not to scare yourself to death, but that thing triggers shit that you hurt in the past. You be like, yo, why my arm hurt? Oh, yeah, you broke your arm back in 86. Now you're feeling where you broke it. I mean, this was a fucked up disease. You can't tell me this wasn't man-made, man. Yo, my hips was hurting. When I played football back in the day, I remember I was playing this one game and I got hit in the hip and the shit hurt. The next Sunday, I got hit in the other hip. And I was walking around school like Red Fox for like 2 months. It was crazy. And I'll never forget it. I had COVID. I was laying in the bed. I was like, yo, last time my hips hurt like that, it was 1990. What the fuck? Yo, Jay Gibson, salute. And then I'm falling asleep, and then it felt like someone was stepping on my chest. I got scared. I didn't sleep well at all. I would stand up in the room and I start kicking my legs, and I'm like, nah. Start doing push-ups and shit. Then I was sweating, but I felt cold. I said, is this a mental thing? What the fuck is this? No, it's just COVID. There was nothing I could take. It's just a virus. I had to let it run its course. I said, I don't believe this shit. This is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. I see why it takes out people that are very ill. I see why old people can't handle it. I see. So my coworkers are dying. Prior to that, I went back to work and I tried to be brave, but I work with the public. It was always in the Supreme B, salute. It was always in the back of my fucking mind. And I said, you know what? People were getting close to me. Excuse me, how do I get to, one time this dude stuck his head around a glass. I like mushed him like, nigga, the fuck is wrong with you? And he like looked at me. He got right off the bus, man. I wanted all the smoke. I had a bad attitude. And I was like, you know what? Before I get myself in trouble, I need to go talk to somebody. Seriously. What y'all don't know is I would end my lives and I would Skype my therapist because working with the public was bothering me. I felt unsafe. At times, I still feel unsafe. You got these wheelchairs. You got to let them on the bus. You got to strap them in. Some of these niggas is homeless. They say you ain't got to wear no mask. Bro, listen, I'm paranoid. I ain't even going to hold you. I'm paranoid. I don't want motherfucker, I've been sicker. I've had the flu and felt like I was going to die, but it was the flu and I knew I wasn't going to die. This COVID shit, I wasn't sure about. Paul Carey, salute. Slim Hussein, salute. Picasso. I wasn't sure about that. I heard about people saying, no, I'm all right, I'm fine. They go to sleep and never wake up. I've heard of shit like that. They said my man Daryl, according to his sister, it's like, he was a little sick, went to sleep, never woke up. He said he didn't seem like he was like, like people was in the hospital. He wasn't like that. He just went in the room, went to sleep, and didn't wake up. Now watch this, y'all. Prior to that, I don't know if y'all remember. Prior to that, my man Q died. Y'all don't remember that. Eric H, salute. I grew up with Q. I met Q back in 1981, man. He grew up, he looked just like Biggie. But there was not one time, Q had so much swag. When we got older, he always had a car. Y'all remember when MPVs was the shit? He had one. Prior to that, he had a gold Cherokee. He always dressed. He always had a beautiful chick with him. He was overweight. And the story is he was about to go on dialysis, and when they were setting him up for dialysis, he had a stroke and he died. The night before I found out, I came on and I did a live stream. And there's a whole bunch of other shit that I had to deal with, real life shit. And I still came and brought you content the best way that I can. But I talk to someone to get it off your chest. You never know how good it's worse when you hold it in, and I can attest to that. So when I got all that real life shit going on, do you think for 2 seconds I have time to entertain a troll? I don't. I don't know them. They don't know me. They just don't like my content for whatever reason. I could deal with that. You think I have time to, pay attention to verbal assaults? I can handle that. That's good. You know how I handle it? I just don't. You know why? Again, take a look at the people doing that content. Do you think that they're normal? 50-year-old men my age and older. See, the younger kids, please, man, you're still living at home with your mother, but older people, I bet you if you talk to them, you find out they got all kinds of shit. And guess what? I heard all kinds of shit about these guys. I can't deny or confirm them. I don't care. But I have people contacting me, yo, he said this. Here's what I know about him. And I'm like, yo, look, bro, or woman, I don't know you. Look, I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna retaliate. There's no need for me to. Let him sulk in that. A lot of these cats are miserable. Yeah, Queen, and I have a cousin who's on dialysis right now. Right now. Do you see why I say you shouldn't bother people on here? You see? You see? We critique the business of boxing and the athletes. We come here, we have fun. We talk about real life situations here. This is the real life part I'm talking to y'all about. You see why trolling is pointless? You shouldn't do it. For all you know, the person you going back and forth with in the chat, again, BFTB, his show is so enlightening because when those people finally beam in, you can hear that they're not right in their brain. You can hear it. You can hear it. Some of these dudes that do content, they got thousands of followers, allegedly. You can hear it that they're crazy. Some of these dudes I've spoken to on the phone. You'd be amazed that a couple of dudes in particular made videos about me. They got my phone number. I've spoken to them. I don't know where we were wrong at. I don't know where we went wrong at. I said, oh, it's like that? Okay. What is your response, Drew? Nothing. Well, here's what I know about him. Here, let me give you some information. No, thank you. I literally told 2 people, yo, I know this about this guy. I'm like, well, listen. Keep it. Nothing to mention, I don't know who these people are. And I'm like, look, I'm not getting involved in that. That's stupid to me. That's stupid. He's not hurting me. All right? He's not hurting me. He didn't cross any lines. He got my information fucked up anyway. I don't care. I got other things. My real life means something. All right? I bring realism here. But that dude or whoever the dudes or those girls, they're not real to me because they don't fucking know me. If those 50-year-old men make time to do things like that, let it sit. It don't net them any dividends. I'm bigger than that. I'm better than that. And I prove it every day. Why do you think I made that statement? I said, yo, how the fuck you got 9,000 subs or 10,000 subs or 48,000 subs? You go live and you can't keep more than 20 people in the goddamn live? I got 731 subs on this channel. There's 33 people in here. That's around the same amount of people that these guys will have in their live streams, but they have 10,000 subs. The math isn't adding up. Abadordi, salute. This is from the mud. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Do you think people give a shit about what you're going through? Why? Because they're going through their own shit. So while they're going through their own shit, they'd be a happier person if they went and got the help that they needed. You think I'm joking? There's a reason why I put out the ethnicity of the people that bother us. 99% of them are black people. You can go down my channel, all 3 of them. Well, the 3rd channel, there's no content. Content coming soon. You don't see me putting anyone's name in the title, except when I'm talking about how I protect them or stand with them, like Blue Blood. You don't see me responding to anybody by name. These are grown men. I got real shit going on. And believe me, for them to find time to do this, they're miserable. They have real shit going on to them. I bet you, here's what I know. It ain't Sports Talk, salute. I bet you they're lonely in the house. They probably got friction with their children who are probably grown. They probably got friction with their women. They probably went through a nasty divorce, or the bitch that they was with didn't want them. The kids that they have, they're not on good terms with them. So what do? They turn to the internet to unload their shit and make you think that everything's good. They got a nice intro to their show or whatever they do, or they have some of these guys, one guy in particular, when he does go live, he'll have a good following, maybe 150 people in there, and he'll be talking. But I know the nigga, and I know that there's something wrong with him. Because the guy that talks to you on YouTube is not the guy that I spoke to over the phone. And I can attest to that. The general can attest to that. Okay? I stay taking the high road. You know why? It feels good because I know what I know. These guys can't do shit to you. They can't do shit to me. I know what I know. And what always happens is they fall on their own sword, which is why I tell y'all, time reveals all truth. Time reveals all truth. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. I know these dudes got problems. Why am I talking about healthcare? Why am I talking about mental health? These black people need help. But instead of getting help, they're releasing it to people that are going to co-sign their bullshit. Why? Because it makes them feel good. Fellas, what do we always talk about? All right, let me give you a prime example. Let me go here. Y'all ready for this? The late, great Kevin Samuels. A lot of women loved him. Trust me, they did. He had more love and appreciation than he had hate, believe it or not. It's just the hate was just amplified. But watch this. Kevin Samuels, one of the best for black people. He wanted marriage. He wanted the family structure, the black household to return. We used to be great, now we're not, right? The first step in therapy is admitting that you have a problem. Now, for 3 years, he tackled men and their problems. The women missed that. I remember it. I remember seeing him before he blew up. Skinny black dude with a bow tie. I remember him. I used to watch him like, oh yeah, look here, he's right. He's right. He's getting on dudes. I play that clip all the time. How you 5'5", 280 pounds, don't even have a Big Johnson, and you expect a Beyonce looking chick? No, it don't go that way. And you only make what? $800 a month? What are you doing? Huh? You can't afford a woman like Beyonce looking like that. You got to provide. Does that make sense? Is that right? You got to be able to provide. I just told you, my boy Q, he wasn't a looker, but he could dress, he always worked, and he always had a good vehicle, and he always had a pretty woman in it. Now, some hating motherfucker will say, oh man, well, he's tricking. No. You get what you pay for. What? Those girls wasn't like fly by night. We saw them consistently, and it was more than one. Those were women that he deserved to be around. He looked the part, he dressed the part, he smelt the part. He put in work. Those women were out. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but if it wasn't the looks, it was what he could bring to the table. So then you turn around, Kevin Samuels had that one viral moment with that woman who was rude on his show, and then he gave her what she asked for. And all of a sudden, some of the women hated him, and they took war with him. But he was telling them the truth. Wait a minute, I told the men the truth. For 3 years, y'all said nothing. Now I'm telling y'all the truth, and y'all mad. Well, here's how we get right. Men, step your game up. Be men. I just looked, and 16% of y'all ain't worth a goddamn. But there's a certain percentage of us that are in the middle class or wealthy, and 30% of us are childless. But meanwhile, the 16% are responsible for 90% of the childbirths. Women, what are y'all doing? And when he got on the women, that's when he started to build an empire. Funny. There was a lot of women coming to defense for women that weren't worth defending. But that's Kevin Samuels. He was telling them the truth. He was telling men the truth and black women the truth. Enter Derek Jackson.
What?
You're perfect, sister. Get what you want, sister. You're a queen, sister. Don't listen to guys like Kevin Samuels, sister. I'm sorry, what did he do? That man cheated on his wife, right? Kevin Samuels was completely transparent about who he is and how he failed and how he learned to fail forward. He was pro-therapy. He was telling men for years, go get therapy. He told women, there's not a show that you are listening. All Kevin Samuels videos are up. You can go look at them. There's not one time he doesn't mention therapy. He says, I am not a therapist. Are you in therapy? Because there's something not right with you. You're on Twitter, you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, but are you in therapy looking to get well? Because he wanted what was best. And what you don't see, because you see a lot of people that take clips of him getting into it with girls, with women and shit, and it looks funny. But I'm telling you, women, listen to his show from start to finish, and you'll understand what he is. And it's not bad. You might get one or two chicks that'll call up there and they'll be completely delusional. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate yourself? You can't use 7. You know what I mean? Chicks be like, well, I'm an 8. I'm a 9. And he'll be like, well, Beyonce's an 8. And you're looking at the woman, you're like, you're on the level of Beyonce? Dress size, and then it's downhill from there. Yeah, you're an 8. Yeah, well, Beyonce and Knowles, Kelly Rowland, she's a 9. How tall are you? I'm 5'3". Dress size, size 12. How much you weighed last time you weighed yourself? I'm about 210. And you're a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Why? Because I'm black and I'm beautiful and I have a degree in... No. That's not reality. And his thing was black women have been lied to. All of this, you're a queen, 502, what up? You're a queen. No bullshit. Not all women are queens. Not all men are kings. Can we keep it honest? All right? That's what he was saying. We have to be honest. We have to be honest. Xavier, what up? We have to be honest. Queen, I know what you're trying to say, and I'm not really trying to go all the way there. 5'4", size 12, not healthy. No exceptions. No. 5'4", size 12, dress size 12, not healthy. Listen to the measurements I gave, because this is something I heard on his show. Size 12. 5'4", 210 pounds. That's a negative, K. No, that shit ain't healthy. Sean, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing none of that shit tonight. Nope. 5'4", size 12, 210 pounds. It's not healthy. And that's what he was talking about. See, this is what I'm talking about. We have to be honest. And when he was honest about what men want, and then when he's the one that brought to light what high value man is. It's been around way before him. But when he broke it down what it was, then you had a bulk of women calling up talking about, well, I deserve a high value man. And he says, well, why? And you should hear the shit that they would say. And it's like, no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Well, I'm not trying to go off of there. I'm trying to get to my topic. All right? Because my point is, he was telling women to get therapy. Get therapy. Therapy, 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 therapy. He was an advocate for therapy. Derek Jackson was an advocate of telling you whatever the fuck you wanted to hear. Which is why he made millions of dollars. He had millions of followers. All right? Millions. I heard he had I heard it's not unrealistic, Sean. I'm not trying to go. You want to do the. Where was you when I was talking about the weight, the black women's weight, a couple of days ago? I don't want to hear shit about skinny. I'm talking about health. Health. 5'4", 210 pounds is not healthy for a woman. Don't want to hear it. That's an actual size that was on his show. I don't recall which one. Picasso says his ex-wife is 5'5", 126. That shit is normal, believe it or not. I'm not concerned about looks. Looks is a byproduct of how you maintain yourself. I'm talking about healthy right now. Queen says, man, all right, you want to do it? Let's do it. We're not going to do it tonight. Because it's very clear that a lot of women, a lot of our black women, y'all really don't know what black men want. And I'm not talking about niggas that you know that they follow 1,000 of these Instagram models, because y'all seem to think that we want that shit too. How many of them bitches bouncing around on Instagram with BBLs are married? Zero. But they damn sure you scroll down and see them with thongs up their ass, and if you scroll a little further down, they have a picture with their son. You find out they're single mothers. Imagine that. Horrible, man. Oh, I know love is a word. There's a lot of big girls with no health issues. I understand that. But what I'm not trying to get off topic here. I'm saying what Kevin would say is that the men that he deal with, his clients, these high value men, they ain't checking for women that look a certain way. That's all he was saying. He didn't make the rules. These were his clients, which means he sat down and asked them, what kind of women are you looking for? You're looking for a wife? And what he found out was that as far as the looks is concerned, they all measured up to the same thing. All of these chicks with snatched waist and big old asses and big titties, they didn't want them. Which raised the question, who the fuck are they doing that for? Not us. But he has done a few shows where he asked, does black women even really know black men and what they really want? And you should have heard the women that called the show. They didn't know. Because if they knew, they'd be married.
Whoa! What?
But on to my topic. Kevin Samuels told the truth. And he was an advocate for therapy. Derek Jackson stroked your ego, made you feel good. You go, girl. And what did he do? Cheated on his wife, and she gets online talking about, may your babies burn in hell. Y'all saw that rant she did about a month ago? I was like, oh, shit. What? First of all, she caught his dumb ass cheating. Got him sitting there in his tight ass shirt And now they got to tell the world what happened. He's sitting there looking stupid. And then about a month ago, she's telling people, stay out my business. Meanwhile, his fortune was generated online. Guess what, baby? Everyone's in your business. Simon Bridgman, absolutely. God rest the Godfather. That man was a gem, and he left a legacy because there's a bunch of brothers that's carrying on that word. It's been out here, and we're no longer restricted to the barbershops and basketball courts where we don't see no fucking women to have these conversations amongst ourselves. And newsflash, it's not only black men. It's white men too. God damn. Queen, that's not true. Matter of fact, there's a YouTube channel you frequent every day for your boxing fix that he don't like thick women. And I ain't say nothing about no look. What I'm talking about when you say thick, I'm talking about healthy. I did say healthy, right? Thank you, bro. There's a difference between thick and thick. No, Queen. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Shawa, exactly. I know a bunch of brothers that ain't into that twerking with your ass going in all directions. Trust me. I know a lot of dudes. My man Jerry, I like, how you like your women? Y'all like them thin in the waist and cute in the face. Whenever we hung out at the strip clubs back in the 90s, he didn't like all that junk in the trunk, lap dancing them. He went for those slim joints, the runway joints. Wasn't my cup of tea. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. We're talking about health here. But since we on it, where were y'all when Kevin Samuels used to do this?
Yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh? Uh-oh.
I weigh about,
Two what?
depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat fucker.
Yeah.
So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like 482 weeks.
So you make 482 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, the minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. How long? You got a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I just said it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
You know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I mean,
you don't have a big dick. That's the point. You don't have a big dick. You don't have a big wallet. You're a fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve thinking you should get choosing center with 5'10" and 300 pounds, making less than $1,000 a month at 20 years old. And women should approach you. What they get, they don't even get a big dick.
Three years he did that. 3 years. Where were the women talking about, yo, he's too rough on the brothers? No, there were women rooting for him. CB Sports in the building, Cop Killer, salute. Smash the like button. Y'all see this homosexual? Y'all see this homosexual boxing mania? Didn't I tell you that motherfuckers really? Yo, listen, I just said I'm just a guy in the Bronx who loves boxing and the sport don't love me back. And Mo Boxing from the UK, he said, nah, Drew, you're known worldwide. I said, hey. And you see what I'm talking about? This is an adult conversation, and this dude comes in here talking about, say, stop impressing other men. Is that what you said, you homo? There's 3 women in here. I'm sorry, 4. There's 4 women in here. Shawa, Shauna, Tay, and Queen. And love is a word. I got 5 women in here. What are you talking about, dude? You're here because you love me. This is shit I'm talking about. Didn't I just say why you shouldn't bother people? Exactly, Eric H. Impressing other men, how? Oh, I'm sorry. My mind. I'm very impressive. You see, I'm just talking about mental health. This fool just made this channel today. I just looked at it. And he's talking about impressing other men. What was I talking? Did I mention anything about sex at all today? I am now. Stay on my dick. You just got me another view. Weirdo. That's what I'm saying. By the way, weirdo is code for homosexual. Hey, weirdo. I know you love me, but anyway. Back on my purpose. Y'all can fuss and fight about thin and fat or whatever. Look, you know if you're fat. How about this, y'all? Can we agree? You know when you're fat, right? Yes or no? Just put yes or no. Everyone put yes or no. You know when you're fat, right? Yes or no? You know when you're unhealthy, right? Yes or no? That's just a question. Yes or no? Yes or no? Everyone has gone in the closet and found the shirt that they ain't worn in a year, and they squeeze into it like, oh shit. Rod told me a story about a shirt that he found. He had to squeeze into that fucker like, oh shit. Okay, so when you know you're fat, you know you're unhealthy, what do you do about it? Why? Usually when you're fat, that means you're unhealthy. It doesn't mean you have to have an ailment right away, but keep that shit up when you're in your fucking 50s, in your 60s. You're bound. The probability of you getting a disease or something is higher. You might not get it, but it's higher. You are supposed to be a certain weight at a certain age, a certain size, and a certain height. I don't give a fuck about a look. Your look is a byproduct of how you take care of yourself. Some people need to go see a therapist because they can't stop eating. They're emotional eaters. Some people need to see a therapist because they don't eat when they feel a certain way. So then they get all skinny. Mental health. But as Black Americans, Squirrely, what up? As Black Americans, we resist all of this shit. And it's stupid. Go get help. Like the weirdo that's in here. Nigga, it is 11:30 on the East Coast. I don't know where you are. Go get help. Go get help. Why are you here? He's watching right now. I am talking about, nigga, I don't know you, but go get help. Perfect. I'm glad you showed up. And you're probably a nigga. Black Americans and mental health and the mental health care system. I'll do it in a minute, brother. We all know that we need to lose weight at some point. I was overweight. I had to lose weight. I said, shit, you know what? White Castles at 3 a.m. or die. I choose my life. Case closed. Shauna, stop. I'm not going to make the show about this, but let me say this. I know everyone's body's different. Duh. I know everyone's body different, but go look at the show that I did about Black women's health. I'm going to do one for the men too. Exactly, Growth. Stop it. Get help. Michael Jordan, the McDonald's commercial. Remember that in the 80s? Stop it. Get help. Everyone knows when they're fucked off. Get help. I'm tired of seeing my sister. Watch it. What up, brother? Thank you. Stephen Shaw's overweight. Look at him now. Benavidez was overweight. Look at him now. He's still a little chunky, but look at him now. You know when you're messed up. The problem that we have in our community, Black people, and I know there's a couple of white people. I know Watcher is a white guy, but he's welcome. He's one of our brothers. Look, we accept shit That wasn't accepted in our past. Your great-grandparents, some of us grandparents, wasn't accepted. To be 5'4", the example I gave, to be 5'4" and 210 pounds as a woman is unfucking healthy. But the problem we have is that we enable it. Instead of saying, get help, lose weight so you can live longer. If you have kids or whatever, you can live longer. You know what we say? Go on, girl. You're a queen. Look, brothers, I know Rick Ross made it cool to walk around with no shirt on and tatted up, the bald head and the beard, but that shit ain't healthy, man. Even he knew it. He was catching seizures. He said, nope, gotta lose weight. Even he hit the gym to lose weight because I'm sure he had conversations with his doctor. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Yeah, you'll be dead like them niggas. Rick, you gotta lose it. He hit the gym. Fat Joe. He buried how many people? Listen, did you see the interview when he said he had to bury like a lot of friends, and I forgot what year it was, and it was after Pun died. Some of his friends from the Terror Squad that don't rap or nothing, they just around. He had to bury like 4 friends in a year, something like that. It was some strange number. You know what it was over? They were obese. Them niggas were barely 40 years old. And Fat Joe said, yo, look, I gotta do something, man. I ain't trying to accumulate all this wealth to die. Exactly, Joseph Townsend. CeCe lost 70 pounds. Black said when they came back from Alabama, he lost 30 pounds. The general was talking about he's going on his journey. This shit is real out here. I don't want to hear shit about, of course, everybody's body's different, of course. Stop making excuses. Do you want to live or do you want to die? I don't want to hear, oh, well, I'm 300 pounds and I ain't got no high blood pressure. I ain't got no diabetes. Yeah, it's coming. You don't have to have all of that shit to have a heart attack. Jay Grant, salute. This is real shit. In our community, we're taught to accept this shit. Keep celebrating Lizzo. See what happens to you. And she's not an ugly woman. But she'd be more of a hero if she said, you know what, this is me, but I'm trying to be healthy. All of that bouncing around and splitting and all that shit, she's super talented. She could sing, she could dance. I'm not taking that away from her. I'm not taking that away from her. And she's youthful right now, so she's bouncing around on stage and shit, but I'm telling you, let's check with her in about 3 years. I don't know how old the young lady is, but in about 3 years, her knees are gonna, if her knees ain't hurting right now, her knees are gonna hurt. Her knees are gonna hurt. And she's gonna be like, well, shit, I used to be able to bounce around on stage for at least 10 minutes. Now I'm 3 minutes in. I feel like I've been on this motherfucker for an hour. Yup, it's catching up to you now. And I don't want to see, listen to me very carefully. I don't want to see that sister in the hospital with tubes all up in her. That body positivity shit, that shit is that is cap, man. Because every time I turn around, she does something and then someone clowns her and she's crying. I had to unfollow her on Instagram because one day I had it up on my screen, my child sitting in the living room, and I'm scrolling on Instagram and she twerking in a thong. And I said, come on, dogs. As talented as that sister is, why she got to do that? Don't tell me that's body positivity. Andrew 100, salute. Bro, let's do this. Let's do this. Sean Price, one of my favorite rappers of all time. I know, Rusty. I asked Rusty Jux when he was on Fred's show, like a year ago. I said, what happened to Sean? You know what happened to Sean? When you first saw Sean Price, he was slim, he had dreads. You saw him later in life, he was husky. His face was a little bloated. And another thing I noticed is that he had bad dental hygiene. If you go to a heart specialist and they don't ask you, if you go to a cardiovascular specialist and they don't ask you what your dental hygiene is, You don't need to deal with that heart specialist. You know why? You can get shit in your gums that could ruin your heart, man. Now, Sean looked like he ain't been to the dentist in a long time. You can hear it when he raps later in life. You hear it, he's like slurring. I'm like, yo, I think he needs new dental work. Rusty Jug said when they went on tour, Sean, they had to go to sleep before Sean because Sean used to snore real loud. You know what that is? That's sleep apnea. I had it. I used to have to sleep with a CPAP. Swear to God. That shit is no joke. You know what happens when you have sleep apnea? You snore, you're stopping from breathing, you can get a stroke. That's exactly what happened to Sean. And if you looked at Sean, he looked like a husky dude. You're like, well, he wasn't morbidly obese, but according to his body type and frame, he was. He was, when you first saw, there's a video, La Fleur, boot camp song. He was a lot younger in there. He was like maybe in his 20s, young 20s. He was skinny. But between La Fleur and 2 decades later, more than that, he must have gained about 100 pounds. But he wasn't like Biggie's size, like Big Pun or Fat Joe. You would just think it was a normal looking dude, but for his frame, that was not good. And look what happened to him. Of all people, you would have never thought. And he died at home. James Doon, salute. Queen, that's right, watcher, BMI. So yeah, exactly. Queen, my sleep apnea went away when I lost 30 pounds. It went away. It went away. I went back to the sleep doctor. They said, yo, good news. You don't need it. Don't gain that shit back. I said, right hand of God, I'm not. It went away. Had to ask my wife, do I snore? She says, yo, sometimes you snore and I gotta like hit you. She said, sometimes I snore, and then she looked, she's like, you stop breathing. And you just jump up. I said, word? She said, yeah, you jump up and then you go to the bathroom and piss. Did it like 5 times in the night. I said, what the fuck? I thought it was my blood pressure medication making me piss. Nope. It was sleep apnea, man. That shit can kill you, man. Come on, man. These sisters running out here getting their waist snatched and leaving their hips and their ass still got cellulite on their legs, leaving their titties and shit, twerking on the gram. Your arteries are all clogged. I already did this show. I'm talking about health for everybody because the men ain't so far behind, man. These brothers, you gotta take care of yourself too. I'm gonna do the men's health show too. Shit ain't cool, man. I'm gonna get Blu-ray's ass and Hard Body J Timo's ass. Don't listen to me. Listen to them. They're the pros. One's a fucking bodybuilder, and he trains other bodybuilders, and the bodybuilders he trains wins competitions, and the other one trains fucking Errol Spence. Fuck what Drew gotta say. Listen to them. This is us as a community. But somehow we're trained to think that this shit is normal. Therapy. Kevin Samuels, Derek Jackson. Samuels told you the truth. A lot of people couldn't handle the truth. They went to Derek Jackson for that feel-good shit, and look at him now. Cheated on his wife. You thought they made amends. He gets online and starts telling people, may your kids burn in hell. Did you hear that rant? It was crazy. I was like, is she trolling? She was dead ass. I said, oh shit. Somebody missed the session. Bro, Growth, let me tell you something. My father almost died from a blood clot. Can you believe that shit? He almost had a heart attack. If he didn't get to the hospital, he'd have died. My brother, same thing. My older brother, the exact same thing. The exact same thing. He said, yo, my chest started hurting. He didn't even wait for an ambulance. He called a cab and went to the ER. I told him what happened. And they said, yo, you got a blood clot, man. He could have died. Y'all think this health shit is a game? It's not a game. And I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. At this point, yo, look, the older I get, the less fucks I give. Sometimes I think I care too much. And when I tell people certain things, I really don't care for resistance because I know what I know. I know fucking a woman at 5'4", at 210 pounds and size just 12. I don't want to hear it. That shit ain't healthy. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear. That depends on how you look at it. That depends. No, you're not arguing with me with that. Go to any fucking doctor, and they'll be like, "What? No. You want me to take it there? Let's take it there. Bodybuilders. A lot of them niggas ain't healthy either. Sean Roden. One Mr. Olympia. He had a grape charge with a chick that he was seeing. I ain't gonna get into that. That was some bullshit. But he died. Cedric. He died right behind him. Both of them, black men. Bad hearts, bad arteries. Yo, look, an ailment is an ailment. And sometimes those guys, they have to do certain things to maintain size. But it affects you in a certain way. And truth be told, the human body is not supposed to get big past a certain point. The only way you do that is when you have something else to help you. Why do you think they have something called classic physique? You know what that is? Those are for the people that don't take any goddamn gear. Okay? I'm about 3 inches taller than the average height of an American mailman. American male. I'm a little bigger than the average person. I'm very bulky. I don't know what gear is. I couldn't take it if I wanted to. My fucking job randoms me. I'm not throwing away 6 figures a year because I can't keep a needle out my arm. Are you crazy? That's stupid. Therapy, man. A lot of black people need therapy because we've rationalized shit that's not normal. And that's a classic example. Saying a woman that's 5'4", 210 pounds, and a size just 12. It's not fucking normal. Some of y'all need help. For whatever it is, I just explained to y'all. I was going through a lot in 2020. We all were. And on top of that, I'm losing family, I'm losing friends. I got sick, but I still got on here and provided content because this was a release for me, aside from talking to a therapist. I am pro-therapy. I don't care. I just use size 12 as an example. Size 16, so what? Okay, all right, it's 210 into size 12. Whatever size it is, 5'4", 210 is not healthy. There's no exceptions to that. I don't give a fuck if you're Wonder Woman herself. I don't care. That's not normal. It's not normal. Right? I don't care. There's a BMI chart. I don't want to hear, oh, those are European standards.
Bullshit.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Every girl that I've known past a certain age, that thick shit, that runs out. Once you start spitting out kids and you get in your 30s, you start feeling it. You get in your 40s, forget about it. All these chicks that I grew up with, that was that thick shit. Their knees hurt, their cankles hurt, they got a fupa. Those boobs that used to sit up like this, now they look like monkey boobs. And now they in Planet Fitness talking about, I gotta lose this weight. Like, yeah, I've been telling you that since 2000. What the fuck? Now you're taking 4 or 5 pills to stay alive. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Thank you, Andrew 100. Nate Dogg, remember him? Just hit the corner store. You know what I'm looking for. Say that. Nate Dogg, remember him? Had a stroke. How old was he? Was he even 40? He was like in his 30s, wasn't he? Yeah. Mm-hmm. See that? Crazy, right? Queen, you 5'2"? You're so short. Yeah, man, boxing biker, that's normal to the BMI. But what I'm talking about is Black Americans in therapy. Now, let me share this article, y'all. And this is a great conversation because it needs to be had. All right. The article, it says the complicated relationship between Black Americans and the mental health care system. So basically, what they're talking about is why, although therapy can be available, why we're so resistant to it. Other than, you know, us not wanting to hear the truth, because the truth does hurt. Hold on a second. You know, other than that, we're resistant to it because of things that's been done to us. It says here, much of the relationship between Black Americans and therapy and mental health more broadly is rooted in a history of oppression and fear. Now listen to this, y'all. The trauma and legacy of mistreatment of Black bodies has created a relationship of distrust between Black patients and health providers. Incidents such as the Tuskegee experiment, we've all heard of that. All right. Y'all know what that was, and that was fucked up. And the story of Henrietta Lacks. So y'all know what that is? Read up on it on your own time. But man, are just a few examples. The story of Henrietta Lacks is relatively modern and reflects how, in an effort to advance the scientific understanding of cancer medicine, misrepresented itself and withheld information from the Lacks family about the use of Henrietta's and their contributions. If you read that story, it'll make you so fucking mad. It'll make you so fucking mad. I swear, so fucking mad. I mean, Black people, we've put in so much work and we've been disrespected and violated. So I understand why Black people don't trust law enforcement. We don't trust the healthcare system. We have trust issues, man. But you know something? There are Black doctors, Black counselors, Black therapists, and we just need to have our own. Do you see why our community is so important? You know what I'm saying? Steve Elder, Max, salute. Do you see why community is so important? Yeah, Jay Gibson, it is so foul, man. It is so foul. It is so foul, man. Community is so important with us. And can I say this before I go forward? Growing up, I never wanted a skinny chick. I always liked thick chicks. I always did. I'm just saying that at a certain point in your life, you're playing with your health now, and we're older now. I said when I was younger. There's also a few women that I grew up with that they were super thick and it was cute and it was nice, and we used to play games with them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But as we got older, I know, wow, like 5 of them in particular that look totally different now, and they look good. But they were like size 12s and 10s and shit in high school. Now they're like size 4s and 6 now. What happened to you? Same thing that happened to you. Lose weight or die. Those are my options. Ooh, they chose life. Jermaine, what up, brother? I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I want my people healthy. You dig? 80% of the sisters are overweight. Come on, man. We can do better than that. The healthcare system, man, they giving you pills. You can come off of a lot of medication if you just lose the weight. And I love a fat ass, I really do. But at the end of the day, it's really not. It's not healthy. You know, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Oh, no doubt, Simon Bridgman, man. And see, that's another thing. When you got family, you know what I'm saying, brother? When you got family, it's no longer about you. It's about your seeds, man. You want to be around as long as you can. And that was my biggest nightmare. I feel good and, you know, I feel great. And then I lay down and I don't wake up. It's like, oh, shit. Joseph, yeah. And let me tell y'all something. You know, look, not to sound grimy or nothing, but Pinky, the porn star, she's like 4'11". Her frame was stupid. And I'm not team light skin at all. But her in her prime, holy shit. Donkey. But have y'all seen her lately? If she laid on your bed, she look like a fucking Thanksgiving turkey. Dead ass. Yeah. And of course, 99.999% of dudes are still smashing. She still got skills. You don't lose that. That's just a skill she has. But she got fat, man. And she knows that. And if you follow her on the gram, I don't know how I came across. I don't follow her, but I know I was scrolling one day and I said, I look like Pinky. What the fuck happened to her? Started eating. She's like 200 pounds. I'm not kidding. Joseph, am I kidding? She's like 200 pounds. She's still cute in the face. She still got a big old ass. She still wear her shit. But now her arms all chunky. She look like a midget. And Pinky's really 4'11". She's mad short. I seen her twice. There was a club around here. She guessed appeared at. And I'm looking at her like, I saw she was getting a little chunky then, but I was like, oh shit. Then I saw something of her recent. Whoa, she bigger than two. Bro. At 4'11", she cannot be 200 pounds. That is unhealthy. As pretty as that girl is, no. And plus, if you look at what she used to look like in like the early 2000s, like let's say 2008, 2007, when she first hit the scene, she always had little boobs, but she had a fat ass and a tiny little waist. It was all natural. Now, she look like, you know, remember the Weeble Wobbles? She look like one of those. And it's like, how the fuck did that happen? Kept eating. She kept eating, and look at that. All that money, and I don't know if she still does movies, and I don't know. But you know what? I would not be surprised. Love is a word. You don't need to go look for her. I mean, you can Google her, but you know, and she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl, and she's great at what she does. Her movies have gotten me through many a night when it's like, do I do this or do I do that, or you know, whatever, you know. But let me say this: that line of work is work, and it wouldn't surprise me if she got out if she got out that game and had to go talk to somebody. Speaking of therapy, it wouldn't surprise me. Ryan Wright, salute. It wouldn't surprise me if she had to go talk to somebody and say, look, man, this is hard, and you know, I can't pause. This is hard. Boom, boom. Wouldn't surprise me if she had to go to a therapist. Don't believe that shit you see on the fucking on the screen all the time. Y'all know the dude, what's this guy's name? Rico Strong, the black guy. You heard of him? The porn star, Rico Strong. I was watching something on YouTube with him. He did an interview talking about he was suicidal at one point. He was on top of the world one moment, and you know what happened? He was working with one of the chicks, and one of the chicks accused him of grape. And I'm like, what? How? They did a film that, you know, these actors, they get scripts. They get scripts, and Shawa, you saw that, right? They get scripts, and they tell you what it is, so you can say either you with it or you're not. And it was one of those hardcore scenes, and he was with it, went and got paid, because at one point, I guess he was getting a lot of work. So he went and he did the scene or something like that, and then the girl said that she wasn't with it, and it fucked off a portion of his career. He was getting death threats, because the girl, I believe the girl was white too. He was getting death threats and all this other stuff, and then he wasn't getting no work. And he was like, yo, what the fuck? Now imagine you're not getting no work and you still got bills to pay. You can't get a conventional job now. He said he went into a state of depression. He thought about killing himself. He needed therapy. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Shauna. What's that, guys? The guy that just offed himself. Ellen DeGeneres' former, the black guy, the DJ, I just saw that today. He offed himself. He was depressed. Every time, I didn't watch Ellen, but every time a commercial pop up, they put the camera on him and he's in the back. With a beard, black guy. That guy. I just saw that today. Everyone's like, yo, what's his name? Stephen Boss? I didn't know his name, but I knew his face. And I'm like, what do you mean? Huh? He was depressed? That he offed himself? I thought he was on top of the world. You don't know what anyone's going through, man. Like I just said, I'm in here talking about real life shit, and a troll from a boxing channel comes in here. I'm talking about how my brother was sick, and I'm running errands and amidst COVID, and my boy Q died when they were trying to get dialysis, and I get a fucking troll in here coming here bothering people. You see what I'm saying? Isn't that the sign of a sick person? You don't know when to stop. You don't know when to stop. Is that the sign of a normal person? You sent me something on IG? What's that? Oh shit. Yeah, that's Pinky. Yup, and I'm not even in the red bones. Like, what the fudge brownie? Yeah, that's more than 200 pounds, man. Night Train, salute. Y'all can Google Pinky. I ain't gonna put the picture up here. I'm too scared, because you know how people are. You know how YouTube is. Oh, you can't do that. Meanwhile, you got motherfuckers coming in here with porn sites and stuff, man. People are just amazing. It's always us. Unbelievable. I shared a video with Love is the Word. My buddy OC, he's a bus operator, but he's also a comedian, and he wears his uniform to his gigs, and his name is OC, the bus driver. And he shows up to a gig, and this older woman got drunk, and she started heckling him, so he starts clowning her. She takes her tits out right there. Love is the Word. I sent it to you. She took her tits out for what? He was like, oh, whoa. That shit was crazy. DP Rocker, salute. It's crazy, man. You don't know what people are going through, man. And people are just ruthless. People don't give a fuck. People was wishing my death over the Sugar Hill interview. Completely taking what I had out of context. Now my whole thing was, and I told Sugar this, I said, Sugar, you know what I said about you? I said, man, if you assisted knowingly in fury, tampering his gloves. I said, I hope you die in a fucking car fire. And I meant it. And I still mean it. You know why? Because that's attempted murder, stupid. The man has a dent in the side of his head. That shit ain't going away. He assisted in that. And I said, I firmly believe. And I said, man, if you didn't do it, I'll take you at your word. But I hope you understand the term in concert. You know what motherfucker said? You said you hope Sugar Hill dies in a car fire. Yeah, well, finish the fucking statement. What else did I say? Same shit with Cece. Same shit. Ain't that right? Never mind the death threats that we get, the threats on our kids, the threats on our lives. You know how many motherfucking death threats I got? Don't come to Vegas. We're going to fuck you up as soon as you land. I said, I'll be there. You'll get your opportunity. I'm going to give you your opportunity. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. You're going to see me in person. You're going to jump me. Don't blink. We had hitters out there. You just didn't see them. Trust me. We had hitters out there. Listen. We had hitters out there. You ain't see them. And guess what? We ain't see you. We heard that you saw us, though, when we got back to wherever states we was from. And my thing was, why don't y'all say hi? And you know what happened? I told y'all the story. The dude was, when I came and sat down, there was these two Spanish dudes holding hands while they were sitting. You know, like you hold your girl's hand when you're sitting at the movie theater like that? There was these two dudes sitting, and I said, oh, okay. It's Vegas, so it is what it is. It's Vegas. Turns out, I don't know what's going on. Oh, word? Phenomenal Mexican? Sheesh, that's bad. So, I get back to New York, and dude hits me on one of the pages and says, oh, why'd you da-da-da-da when you left? I said, okay, yeah, he was there because I did something very specific when I left. And I said, well, never mind that shit. You and you know, he said, oh, I blocked him. And then his boyfriend, why'd you block my brother? I said, I think you spelled husband wrong. So y'all were holding hands when y'all sat. When I sat down, y'all were holding hands. You fucking creeps. What's wrong with you? But anyway, go ahead. Oh, well, you're a public figure. You should be able to take constructive criticism. I said, I could take constructive criticism all day, but I'm not going to be attacked. What you're doing is attacking me. There's nothing constructive talking about Deontay getting knocked out. What are you doing? There's nothing. You want to have a conversation? Why is your man bouncing around at 300 pounds in round 11 like it's round 1? Why are we in Vegas in October instead of July? Why is your man saying he had COVID when he was outside, you know, renting cars and taking pictures with people with no fucking mask on? Is that what you want to talk about? Why is your man leave the country and then come back and get injections in his elbow? What happened with that? This isn't constructive criticism. You think this is your aha moment, and I ain't got to deal with that shit. So go suck your husband's cock and get out my face. What's wrong with you? And I blocked him. That's what happened. That's a true story. Now, does that sound like a normal person? I was there the whole time. There was no beef. Nobody from the LDBC sat together. We was all separated. I was sitting next to a whole British family. Now, if he had a problem with me and wanted to talk shit to me, him and his husband could have did it right there. I was sitting here and they were literally right there. I could have reached out and slapped them on the leg. They could have slapped me in the back of the head. They could have punched me. They could do anything they wanted to do. They ain't do it. In fact, when I walked up, they were speaking English. I heard it. When I sat down, they talked Spanish the whole fucking time. Mira. I'm like, wow, okay. I know they speak English. I kind of knew what time it was. I was like, all right, okay. Okay. Cowards. But is that the sign of a normal person? The answer is no. Anyway, let's get back to the article. Everybody need therapy. All right, so they talked about the Henrietta Lacks situation, the Tuskegee experiment, said that there's no way to accurately gauging the likely of thousands, if not more, experiments conducted on black bodies when slavery was the law of the land. Yo, listen, we were cattle, man. They want to try out a new fucking drug, get a black person. They want to see if a surgery worked, get a black person. They want to, check an artery, get a black person. Then they found out our arteries were top notch. Come on, man. The legacy of slavery has also created a dynamic in which black Americans fear that care at the hands of white authority figures is ultimately motivated by the ways in which white folks stand to benefit instead of simply treating the client. Okay, in medicine, this often means that providers don't take the pain of black patients seriously. Black pain is seen as less severe and is thus undertreated and often treated with more suspicion, which means we'll tell them something's wrong with us and they don't believe us. We're just family. Doesn't that sound like, y'all ever told the doctor something? They're like, oh, no, it's not that. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. No, I can't. It's not that bad. You ever spoke to a doctor and you're telling them, there's something wrong, something ain't right, and he's just undermining or she's just undermining? Well, look, it's not that. It can't be that. And it's like, yo, motherfucker, I'm telling you. Let me tell you what happened. My wife got sick. This was years ago, right? Went to the doctor. Told her it was fucking bronchitis, right? Sent her home with some antibiotics or whatever. The cough went away, but then when that shit came back, it was worse. And she said, I'm not feeling well. And we had just came from Philadelphia. She said, I'm really not. I need to go back. We went back. Don't you know she had walking pneumonia? I'm like, wait a fucking minute. This other dickhead told us that it was bronchitis. Did he do a throat culture? No. Did he check this? No. Did he check that? No. Well, he should have. Because this shit here, die in your sleep. She had to stay in the fucking hospital and get treated for 2 fucking days. So I understand why black people are not really keen on doctors. I get it. I just had a situation the other day. I said, no. Let me explain how this works. I pay insurance. You work for me. You're giving me an opinion, and I didn't even tell you what the fuck was wrong. Be quiet and listen. I had to tell the doctor that. And this is a doctor, the original doctor had a little Korean lady who since left the network. And I'm about to find out where she is because I want her back. I just stay with my doctor because it's in walking distance. It's in walking distance. But now, you know what? If I gotta fucking go out of my way, I might have to do that. I had to tell this nigga, shut up and listen. I literally said, whoa, you overtalk me. You're not gonna overtalk me. Shut up. I had to tell him, shut up. I said, because you know what? I took a day off from work to come here. I'm coming here for help. You're not listening. I'm halfway through a sentence and you're talking over me, good sir. I need you to be quiet and listen. And when I got to the end of the point of what I was saying, he said, oh, I thought you were. I said, no, bro, you can't do that, man. And it's a white doctor. So my black ass is coming there and you thinking I'm about to go somewhere else where I'm really going somewhere else. You ask me what's the problem, let me finish my sentence. You're writing shit down aggressively, and you're like, oh, well, no, wait, no, it can't be that. I'll say, whoa. If you looked at my chart, all right, let me finish. No, you're about to tell me that, and I know this, and you're about to tell me this. I said, no, you don't know what I'm going to tell you. You need to shut up and listen. I told him that. His eyes got big, huh? You need to shut up. I almost said shut the fuck up. I said, you need to shut up and listen, man. All right? Don't do that. Let me talk. I had to tell him that. He said, okay. And he crossed his legs. He said, okay. And I explained it to him. And then when I got to the meat and potatoes of it, he said, oh, okay. Wow, I thought you was, I said, no, man. I said, sir, you can't do that, man. I'm grown. I'm not a kid coming in here and my parents you can't deal with patients like that. You can't do that. Shit crazy, man. So I understand. What's going on with this. What else is saying right here? The ongoing battle of stigma. Okay, he says on the whole, there's a stigma surrounding mental health is decreasing. While mental health in some communities is still thought of as a white issue, there is an ongoing shift. The stigma is continuously chipped away by brave people sharing their mental health stories, celebrities using their platforms to evangelize the benefits of mental health and the rise of mental health providers in online spaces. It says here that Jay-Z previously talked about how his experience with therapy helped save his marriage to Beyonce. Kid Cudi famously opened up about his mental health on Jada Pinkett Smith's show, Red Table Talk. I believe this is before, she had that shit with Will Smith. All right. Charlemagne, The Breakfast Club, has also talked famously about his experiences and appreciation of therapy. And for better or for worse, Kanye West has also been a visible advocate of mental health. I think he needs to take his ass back because I firmly believe that that brother had a nervous breakdown after his mom's died and it went undiagnosed. So these declarations are tremendous help to Black Americans because we seem to identify with people who are in the limelight. You understand what I'm saying? People in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? And where the average Joe, like anybody else, like any of us in the anybody else or any of us in the chat, talk to a person, say, yo, look, man, you might want to consider therapy. They were like, what? Ain't nothing wrong with me, nigga. There's wrong with you, something wrong with you. But then if they're home and then you see Jay-Z or their favorite rapper or their favorite twerker talking about, I need help, I went to therapy, maybe it'll register. Sometimes it's the person saying it. And I don't know why it's like that with us. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Phenomenal Mexican, man. You have a good night. You know what I'm saying? So, look, man, I'm pro therapy. I understand why, we have a hard way to go with doctors. Find a Black doctor if you can, if it means that much to you. I've been in the space where about 20 years ago, I was seeing this Russian guy. He was a pretty good doctor. And there was a brother that came in there and he said, what's going on, man? I was like, I'm chilling. He said, you cool with Dr. Dubin? I said, I've been seeing him for about maybe 3 years. He said, how is he with Black people? He just asked me flat out. I said, he's been good. He's been good. He's been good to me. He's the one that discovered I had hypertension. I kept telling him, I said, I get these headaches, man. Every time I get pissed off, I get a bad headache. And I gotta go home and go to bed and I gotta drink all this water. He ran some blood work. He said, man, you got high blood pressure. I gotta give you this medicine. And my medicine has changed like 3 times since then. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, these are conversations you need to have, man. It says right here, finding the right fit. You got to find a doctor that suits your needs. All right. So it's not really a long article. You know what I'm saying? But You got to find the right fit. You got to find the right doctor that works for you, someone that you can trust. This new doctor that my insurance plan assigned to me since the original doctor that I had for about 8 years left the network. I'll give him another go around, you know, but our first meeting when we sat down, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, man. But he apologized because Mark, what up? Mark, bro, get therapy. And the more you type, man, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know what situation you're in, but you need to get out of it. But I'm no therapist. But god damn, you haven't wrote anything good about your wife ever. But I would suggest therapy, and if you can, get the fuck out of that, man, because that sounds crazy. Sheesh. But I am pro therapy, man, and I understand that, you know, not everyone can afford to go to therapy. But if you can, man, yeah, I know, Shawa. I know one person in Denver, Colorado. I know one person. The guy that I know, his son is an MMA fighter. He actually was on my show a long time ago. Well, not a long time, like 2 years ago. And my boy, it was crazy. All right, Grant Neal is my boy's son is Grant Neal. He's an MMA fighter. You can Google him. He also had a run-in, you know, some chick accused him of rape, but he beat the case. It was like crazy. Some of these bitches be lying, man. But I was talking to my boy. He said, you know Grant Neal? I said, ain't he like a cage fight? He said, yeah, that's my son. I said, oh shit. And then I thought about it. I said, man, y'all look alike. I'd have never thought though. He said, yeah, man, you know. I said, listen, man, I want to get him on my show. So then I talked to my boy Alpha, who has a fight coming up. I said, yeah, I want to have you and Grant Neal on my show. He said, Grant Neal? He said, y'all supposed to fight that guy. I said, oh shit. Yeah. So yeah, Night Train salute, man. See, he go twice a week, man. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I had them on the show. You know, that's the only person I know in Denver, Colorado. So I know finding anything black, medically related. I can imagine, man, that shit is tough. I can imagine, man. But I'm pro therapy. It can be hard. If you feel safer talking to a black doctor, you can find them. It's not hard, but if you can't find one, just go and see if the therapist is the right fit for you. I am pro therapy. I'm pro therapy. A lot of us need help. We need to get stuff off our chest. Talking to your significant other might not work out as much. You might need to go talk to someone outside of your marriage or situationship or whatever it is that you're in. You know what I mean? We're not all perfect, you know. A lot of us have issues. Like I said, we just had a troll in here who clearly has issues, you know. It's just crazy, you know. But athletes, your favorite athlete needs therapy. Like right now, as we speak, I'm pretty sure that Shannon Sharp, who's won 3 Super Bowls, has a hell of a career on the field. He's a Hall of Famer. Just to come to a show and get disrespected by Skip Brainless. I call him Skip Brainless, and now you see why. Right? To get disrespected by that guy who hasn't accomplished shit in comparison to that black man. And he had to eat that crow, and I know he wanted to leap across that table and snatch Skip Brainless' throat out his fucking... That was just fucked up, man. And I watched that, and I said, man, you know, the universe ain't wasting no time, because Shannon Sharp just did something about 3 weeks ago that made me raise my eyebrow like, bro, really? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to take the show in that direction. You know, he just got his N-word wake-up call the other day. And black people, you know when there's mannerisms that we do when you know when we've had it. The next step would be a physical altercation, but he's professional. He has to maintain a certain level of professionalism. A couple things we do. When we do this, that means it's going down. It's DEFCON 1. When we start clapping out every word, no, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? When we start doing shit like that, DEFCON 2. When we start talking in high pitch, it's a fight. I heard, matter of fact, Champside took the clip and he plays it now. It is the funniest goddamn thing, but you know something? You go look at that clip. It's on YouTube. It's viral. You can laugh at it now, but as a black person, you understood. You're like, oh my God. Skip really doesn't understand it. He almost got his ass kicked at that moment. He really doesn't get it. Yo, Shannon hit high. I never heard him hit a high pitch like that. He was like, yeah, yo, hold on. I said, oh, shit. Did y'all see that? Y'all need to see it. He's like, yeah, yo, time out. I was like, oh. He was hurt. That was more than just sport talk back and forth. That wasn't rehearsed. Soul Power Salute. That wasn't rehearsed. And Skip took that quarterback, because he's on code, y'all, over his co-host. You see that shit? And he just said, you know, go ahead, Skip. Go ahead, Skip. I know he was so enraged. He took his glasses off and shit. And Skip said, put your glasses back on. I was like, wow. Holy shit. This violated him. And I promise you, their relationship after that show will never be the same. And guess what, y'all? Why is this a shock? Skip did this before. IGM, salute. He did this shit before. Do y'all remember? Queen, I had a picture up of, it was a trick question. I was trying to trick you the other show. That nerd that I had up there, that was Jalen Rose. He did it to him. Y'all remember when Skip Brandless, when he was on ESPN, he did it to Jalen Rose? And Jalen Rose had to put him in his place, and it was a big old thing. He put him on blast. He said, motherfucker, you was a failed everything. You tried to play ball, didn't work out. Now you're like 50 years old taking pictures. You're taking selfies with your shirt off. Your only claim to fame is that you was a writer and you went to Hagler versus fucking Sugar Ray Leonard in like 83 or wherever the fuck the fight took place. And he shut his shit down. That's on YouTube, and everyone had to intervene, and you know, Stephen A. Snitch had to intervene, and I was like, nah, you know what though? Skip, stay out of line. He didn't only do it to Jalen Rose, he did it to damn, this white guy was a football player too. And I forgot. That's on YouTube. And dude calmly told him, he said, yo, man, look, I'm from this city and I got Super Bowls with them, so I don't want to hear what they got to say. He shut down the whole shit. So Skip, he triggers these athletes, but he couldn't hack it as a professional athlete. But you know what though? He is $1 million troll. You remember what he used to say about Floyd Mayweather? Now, what does this have to do with this show? Oh, Queen, he's definitely a hater. He's definitely a hater. Because, and this, y'all heard me say, people mind other people's business so much that they miss their own blessings. The troll that came in here, he should be working on his content, because maybe he has a hidden talent that is untapped, that a group of people will like, and he can amplify. Maybe if you came in here and was humble and made friends, I can assist you in amplifying whatever talent that you have. Make friends, not war. You see? But when you focus on what people are doing, you're focusing on my red light, my blue light, my Christmas tree, whatever it is. While you're focusing on me, there's some shit going on back here that you're not paying attention to. That could be worth something to you. I don't have time to entertain trolls. You hit him with a wrench, you get him out of here. Because I'm working on my craft. I'm working on content for the people that appreciate it. Now, Skip Brainless has violated professional athletes, championship caliber professional athletes. And for him to compare Shannon Sharpe to this guy, y'all know the guy I'm talking about, Deflategate. They don't even play the same fucking position on the field. What are you talking about, dude? But Skip gets paid to disrespect Hall of Fame style athletes. Now, Jalen Rose never won a championship in the NBA, but he was an all-star. When he was in college, y'all remember the Fab Five? He was instrumental in that. He changed the game. He changed the way college basketball was perceived and how it was played. The way they dressed, the bald heads, the baggy fucking basketball gear. They did that. He was a trendsetter. And now he's a sports analyst. And when he felt violated, he had to put Skip Brainless in his place. And everybody had to come to that white man's defense. Now, right now, after that, I don't know if they shook hands and put it behind them. I don't know. But me personally, outside of beating his ass, you can't do that. Shannon Sharpe is 50 years old. He has shit to lose. It wouldn't surprise me if he went and talked to a therapist and say, yo, look, I got to get this off. How the fuck? Because I thought that this guy was a friend of mine. This guy just, that was personal what he did to him. Do y'all get where I'm going with this? He's doing a show with Skip Brainless. I remember when he left ESPN and went to this other network, buddied up with Shannon Sharpe. They've been on that shit for 6 years. So you think that you have some sort of rapport with a person. That's like you sitting across with somebody, you so cool with them, and then y'all get into a little tiff, and then he digs at you. Yeah, man, yeah, you saying that, but yeah, man, your daughter, one of her legs is shorter than the other. Huh? Yeah, well, that's why she can't run track. That's what you told me. That wasn't for the world to hear, motherfucker. I mean, that's the kind of dig that Skip did. Hall of Fame player, retired jersey, Pro Bowl, all kinds of shit. And because he told the truth about what's his name playing bad all year, you take a stab at him? I thought that was your friend. Do y'all understand how some of these YouTubers feel? How I feel when I say, yo, there was niggas on here that I thought I was cool with. And now they talking reckless about Blue. They're talking reckless about me. And it's like, whoa, I thought we was cool. What happened? When you could have picked up the phone and called somebody and say, yo, what's going on? See that? Now, there's nothing on YouTube that'll make me run to therapy, because I know a lot of people on here are fucking fake. I know people down here are fucking fake. But the dudes and women that I'm cool with, I'm cool with. But some people on here really need therapy. Exactly, Joseph Townsend. That motherfucker guy, Shannon Sharpe, got a resume that most people wish they had. And the fact that Skip Brainless can get on here and violate him because he's talking shit about, not talking shit, but telling the truth about the NFL's white Jesus. Fuck out of here, dogs. And thank you, Joseph. His college numbers retired. Come on, man. He had a hell of a career. And he's still in shape. You seen that brother with his shirt off at 50 years old? Come on, man. Come on, man. But you let Skip tell it. And what I'm telling y'all is that that's not the first time he did that shit. I think Skip Brainless is in therapy because they hired him to push the buttons and force this kind of issue. Does he sleep well at night for that? Or does he go talk to somebody? Yo, they hired me to do this, but I shouldn't have said that to Shannon. I shouldn't have said that to Jalen Rose. I shouldn't have said all those things, but they're paying me so well. Come on, man. Come on. Is it worth it? Well, never mind that shit. Clear your fucking conscience. Get help, dude. And I know, listen, if you haven't seen it, go look at it, man. Go look at Shannon Sharp. It's all over YouTube. Shannon Sharp versus Skip Bayless. This shit happened a couple of days ago. That is the first, bro, that is the first time I saw Shannon look like that. And like I said, bro, nah, you're right, Joseph. You're right. Listen, man. Yeah, that's right, Shara. He said Shannon's Hall of Fame didn't mean anything. I say, oh my God, man. Oh my God. And he said that shit so calmly. It just rolled off the tongue. It makes you wonder. I know he said it too. He didn't say that. I forgot the retired NFL player he was going back and forth with, but he didn't say that. And it made me wonder if that was fucking Joe Montana sitting over there. Would he have said that? If that was any white football player, would he have said that? Huh? If that was Dan Marino, would he have said that? Asking for a friend. But I think that Sam Hussein says, how much do we trust professionals, Drew? We blinded, trust the term, but do they know it all? What do you mean, like professionals? You talking about the medical professionals? I don't know, but I know if you go to the doctor and they I don't know, D-man, what up? They run some tests on you and they say that, you're sick or, you got a heart issue. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna say I don't believe you? I know you roll the dice, but I don't play with my life, man. I don't. I know if I self-medicated myself, I'd probably have been dead like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You don't self-medicate, man. It's okay to say you need help. Because although we've been done dirty as a community, we do got to trust. And like I said, if you feel better finding a black doctor, if you got to travel, then go ahead and travel. But so far, I've been okay. This first doctor, this was our first meeting, and I felt like I was knocking heads with him. And I had to put him in his place, remind him that you work for me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You work for me. I had to put my foot down because I didn't think he respected me. And again, I went to see him before I went to the gym. Let me point that out. Had I been dressed a little different, if I came in there with my polo shirt on and, but I was going to the gym, but I went to go see the doctor first. I had the day off of work. I said, let me go see the doctor. And I was sitting there with a do-rag on my head. Do-rag on my head, and I had on my tank top underneath my shit. So I was in there looking like I was on the corner. You know what I'm saying? But I was on my way to the gym. Because the gym is not far from the doctor's office. I was on my way. I said, let me go here, and then after that, I'm going to go to the gym. So more than likely, he had, never mind the fuzz I got right here, and more than likely he had a preconceived notion of who he was talking to. He didn't know he was talking to an educated black man. He said, well, so what brings you here? And I said, well, this is going on, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So he's writing down aggressively, his head shaking, his head's going all directions. He says, it's what? I said, yeah, well, I felt this and that. He said, no. What that is. And I said, hold on. He said, no. What it is da-da-da-da. And I'm looking at your chart. I said, have you read my chart, man? I said, wait, stop. Don't overtalk me. I told him that. So you had to you asked me a question. I'm answering it. Don't overtalk me. Let me finish what I'm saying. He sat back. He said, okay, go ahead. And then when I got to the meat and potatoes of it, he was like, oh, okay, I thought you meant. I said, no. I said, sir, please, don't do that. Don't do that. He looked at my chart, but he didn't read my chart. You know what else he didn't know? He's going down there. He said, "Oh, you got a birthday coming up." He said, "Wow, you was born in 70." He turned around and said, "You was born in 75?" Yes, 1975. Oh, okay. Don't let the gear fool you. I'm on my way to the gym. I don't walk around in the street with a do-rag on my head and hang out. I'm going to the gym. Shit. Thank you, Shawa. That's how we be falling out. Because some brothers and sisters will just sit there and be like, okay. No, stop them. You're paying them for a service. And if you're not happy, get the fuck up and leave. And make a complaint. Be like, yo, I'm trying to tell him what's going on. He cut me off. And he think it's my head and it's my stomach. Doctors are human too. But they do this so much, some of them think they know every goddamn thing. That's why a lot of brothers and sisters don't trust doctors. But what I'm saying is stand on your square, especially if you're paying for a fucking service. They work for you. You don't go in there for them to be told what to do until you tell them what's wrong. Ridiculous, man. But I thought I'd share that story with y'all, man. But get help. If y'all feeling down mentally, get help, man. Go talk to somebody. I don't recommend getting on YouTube and spilling your guts, because you know what'll happen? You'll get 1,000 Derek Jacksons egging you on. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you all right. You good. Do what you're doing. Meanwhile, the motherfuckers making 1,000 diss videos with a bunch of people, and some of these people are gangsters and police and everything else, and they will fuck you up in some way, shape, or form. You have lawsuits coming from over here, and a bunch of Bloods and Crips looking for you over there. But 50 people in your chat egged you on. Congratulations, now they're gonna get you killed, stupid. Reality is, you should have discontinued your social media, walked away from it for a while, and go get some professional help so you can have a breakthrough and be around for yourself and your goddamn family. Make sense? Never forget who you are and what you're here for. Find out what your purpose is and follow through. Very important, man. When you're on your purpose, you cannot be deterred at all. A troll is a troll to me. You bop them. Listen, I operate my shit like Stormy B, man. You don't play with them. You don't time them out. You don't time them out. Get rid of them. And that's it. We move on. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. We're doing well, man. This is a slow cook. It's nice and organic. How many subs we got over here? We got 734. Wow. We did 77 new subs in the last 28 days. I appreciate y'all. Some of them will be trolls or whatever, but it's okay, man. It's okay, but it's what we do. We come here to have these conversations because they need to be had, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all, man. We delete them and we keep pushing, man. We make friends. We don't deal with enemies over here. All right. Anybody that comes in here for a distraction, we get them out of here and we keep it pushing, man. I love my people. You know what I'm saying? When I say my people, I'm talking about everybody. Because Mark Loindelik's white as a motherfucker, but that's our brother. Mark is always supporting. He's always here. He's always shouting out everybody. And it breaks my heart that I had to let some people go, but I had to. And going into 2023, I had to have a long conversation with myself, you know, and I had a conversation with a few people behind the scenes, and I said, look, moving forward, there's just certain things I'm not doing. I've done well this year, but there's some things that I'm not doing. And I find that I operate better when I don't entertain certain things. And I'm human and it gets frustrating, but you know what? I'm on to something great here. Not good. I'm on to something great. I'm on to something great. So the Painful Excellence Podcast 2023 is going to be a very special year. We're putting in more work. I'm going to have an IG for this channel. James Dunn, I salute to you. IGM, salute to you. You know what I mean? I'm going to start having more guests on here. You know what I mean? And yeah, we moving, man. We moving. I didn't make it out as much as I wanted to this year because I want to cover some lounge spots. Like, for those of you who've never been to New York, I want to show y'all spots where it's like, you know, you ain't gonna break your wallet in half because not all of us are rich. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go to these spots and I'm gonna rate them. You know what I mean? You know, like I did. Like I went to the Blue Note. That is a must visit, depending on who's there. I went to go see Samara Joy. I don't know how that young lady sings like that, and she looked like a big baby. I don't know how she sings like that. That is insane. And you can get jazz there 1 minute, and then my brother Fear None, he plays the violin. I'm gonna get him on the show too. He's nice with it. He plays violin for the Jizza Wu-Tang, and they did the Blue Note a few months ago. That shit was dope. That shit was dope, man. But we're gonna be doing. Boy, I got so much plans for this channel, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, Night Train, you should, man. You know, and as we grow, I'm gonna do a LDBC pep talk meetup. I'm gonna do it eventually. Eventually, I'm gonna do it. You know, nothing big. We're just gonna get together, you know, and eat some food and chill in the city. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No ignorant stuff. And we're gonna dress nice. Whatever length of time we're here, we're gonna dress nice. No jeans, no sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Abdullah, what up, bro? How you feel, man? Bro, I don't know. Anything with violins on it, more than likely. You know what? I'll ask him. I just saw him at the gym 2 days ago. He lives in the building right next to mine. But I went to high school with him. Matter of fact, let me go find him on I'm gonna do the YouTube thing right now. I'll take it to his yeah. No. Here he is. There he is. Boom. This is his page. And you know what? Let me just share the screen real quick. This is my guy, Shay Sean McPherson, aka Fear None. He performs at the Red Rooster, sometimes in Harlem. This damn commercial. That's the Red Rooster in Harlem. That's him right there. He also DJs. I'm saying y'all come to New York, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take y'all to some spots. There you go. That's his music too, by the way. Yup. There But this is him. Y'all could go check him out. This is when he was performing with Wu-Tang. That's him right up there. That's him. '78. Salute, bro. Telling you, he's nice with it. He's nice with it. Telling you, boy, he's nice with it. He's nice with it, man. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. I'm gonna get him on. But you know, everything's smooth, man. So, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, man. But you know, when y'all ready, we get together a small group. You know, we could, you know, tour New York or whatever. I mean, nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But this is what the LDBC does. I'm glad the general slid through real quick. This is what the LDBC does, man. We're branching out. We're doing a lot of great things, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we just having fun while we're doing it. So all the people that fuck with us, that bother us, they need mental help. So they can't say that I didn't recommend it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So salute to everybody, man. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna I'll be talking this boxing bullshit in the morning. And like I said, salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App. This is a slow cook. You know, we should be over a stack by spring. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, man. Much love to everybody, man. I really do. So I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Yo, listen, Friday, 78, you still here? Yo, Friday, we doing that show again, man. Friday's show is going to be the most bugged out sex experience that you ever had. So I'm going to be back, me, 78, JC, you know what I mean? And we going to cook. Do not miss it, because last week was insane. If you missed last week's show, the show, we are 120. Go look at episode 120. You know what I'm saying? Go look at episode 120, man. You ain't gonna regret it, man. But I'll be back in the morning on my other channel. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Let me throw this link in the chat. Bear Cave Entertainment. What the hell's happening here? There ain't no content yet. There ain't no content on this channel yet. But it's gonna be there soon. That's gonna be the channel where I just do entertainment there, you know, video games and comic books and professional wrestling and cartoons and models and toys and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So yeah, look at Shauna with her porn assignment. Girl, you are something else. Yeah, Shauna, you need to get on that panel this Friday. Yeah, Queen. Yeah, we need you back. But yeah, Shauna, you need to Jafar, salute. Shauna, you really need to jump on that. Yeah, I don't know that woman like how I know her, man. All right. But salute to y'all, man. I'll see y'all on the AM. Catch you on the rebound. Peace.